Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bullpen. He's back to celebrate the indictment of Donald Trump. We have Shelley Wynter, my dear friend, Republican commentator and radio personality extraordinaire, WSB. Good day, sir. Welcome.
What's going on, my brother? How are you?
I'm doing great, brother. How did you feel when Trump got indicted?
I was pissed because it was opening day of baseball. I mean, there's no better day. I don't know if you played Little League, but I was thinking about the times of going to sleep with my glove oil and my new hardball in my glove. I tied it up with my shoelace to break it in under the mattress. And I went
We're
to see—
talking about a glove, right, brother? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a baseball glove.
Okay.
You didn't play Little League?
Yeah.
So anyway, you probably didn't. I know y'all.
I did, dear brother. I was a prolific baseball player.
Right.
I played for high school, was all state, all.
I got you.
Look up, it's on.
My bad. So anyway, I was mad because it was opening day of baseball. Also, I just come from Cobb County here in Georgia to see.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see him, but Ron DeSantis was up there speaking and got his new book. And I was talking about that on my show, and the news broke right in the middle of the show. And I was like, wow. You know, Kierkegaard said it, the great existentialist philosopher said it best. When a tyrant dies, the rule dies. When a martyr dies, it just begins. And so the Democrats are making a huge mistake here. You guys are martyring this guy, creating a situation where the Republicans, even those that don't like him, will rally around him. I think that's the Democrats' goal, to get him out through the primary, get him to the general in a place where they think they can handily beat him. But I want my Democrat friends to remember something. 70 million people voted for this guy. You're rallying 70 million Americans to his side because of a political, and everybody agrees, polling shows that it's very political. But I want to say this before you opine on your side. I do want to say this. What I don't understand is how African Americans who spent the last 30 years telling me how unfair the criminal justice system is will cheer for this when all has to happen is they'll come for us very shortly after they come for him. So that's my take. I was pissed because it was opening day.
All right. So let me respond to some of the accusations that you have made. Number one, since I am Black, African-American myself, I can opine to your last point about how can there be a celebration of this indictment when there is this antithetical dynamic as it relates to law enforcement. Here's why. All jurisdictions are not the same, number one. Number two, we have championed the reality of people being held accountable. As a matter of fact, when police officers shoot unarmed Black folk, we champion the justice system to hold them accountable. We champion the local police, the federal government, the judges, the prosecutors, to hold them accountable. So it is not as if Black folk do not promote the idea of justice, dear brother, because we do.
I never said that. I said it's a walking contradiction to, on the one hand, say that the system is white supremacist, racist, and unfair, and then the guy you call a white supremacist racist being unfairly indicted on
business. We don't think it's unfair.
Clearly you must, if you think the criminal justice system is unfair. The part we think is unfair is the fact it took this long and this much. You understand that? We still believe it's unfair. You're trying to squeeze a misdemeanor.
I can well articulate exactly what I believe. I believe any other circumstance, Donald Trump gets arrested before he even becomes president of the United States of America.
Why didn't it happen then before he became
president? Because the system is inherently unfair. That's right.
So it is unfair.
Yes.
So if it's unfair,
absolutely.
So the system's
he should have been locked up.
So
tax evasion and everything else. You damn right. He should have been locked up before he even got on NBC.
So the system's only unfair when they don't lock up the people you disagree with. But when they do lock up the people you disagree with, it becomes all of a sudden justice. Come on, man.
Oh, brother, let me go ahead and respond to that.
You're proving the fact that it's a political.
Let me go ahead and respond to this, sir.
You're proving everything he's saying.
I can respond to that clearly.
Please do. Of course.
So number one, as far as fair and justice system do not equate. There's no fairness in the justice system. It is riddled with bias. It is not an objective standard. It's always a subjective standard because it comes down to the bias of people. In my estimation, Donald Trump should have been arrested long before he even became president of the United States for other crimes that have not been mentioned. But
what charges?
Tax evasion, number one.
Everybody can be arrested on tax evasion.
Well, that's fine, then.
Everybody, even our own brothers and sisters that are working Uber, that are hustling, promoters, club owners. Come on, man. You calling for black men and women to get arrested on tax evasion? Come on, man. You just said the system is biased and subjective.
My absolute best to engage with you as an adult.
I am adult, but I'm saying you can't speak out of both sides of your mouth.
Dear brother, if I was on your conservative WSB program and you allowed me the opening response and you did not interrupt me, I'm not interrupting you. It's my time to respond to you, sir.
You just did.
Are you afraid?
Oh, this is the game we're going
to play? So let's go ahead and get into it.
Now? We in third grade now?
Is the former president above the law?
Is the former president above the law?
Correct.
Well, let me see. You all would say no one's above the law.
I'm just asking what you think.
What I think, no, he's not above the law. But I understand reality in this country.
So he's not above the law.
Hold on. In this country, can I finish my answer?
Yeah, quickly.
In this country, we see people are above the law.
Okay.
I have a sitting former majority leader of the House who trades stock while she's overseeing the very companies that she's trading the stock of. She doesn't go to jail. I saw a former vice presidential candidate get subpoenaed.
All right, let's do this. So, Shelley, I really got to bring this back, brother. We have limited time because we are a show.
Your question.
I understand it, but you're taking way too long to make a simple ass point. The simple point is a president or former president above the law? The simple answer is no.
Theoretically, no one's above the law.
So did Donald Trump break the law in your estimation? Did he break the law? Did Donald Trump break the law?
Absolutely not.
Okay, what is the law?
He paid a prostitute to be quiet. That's what we do. Men pay women not for sex, to leave on time and to be quiet.
You pay prostitutes?
And she broke that fundamental law. He did not break the law.
You pay prostitutes?
I said men pay prostitutes.
So are you a man?
I am a man. I have paid prostitutes. Haven't you?
Hell
no. You haven't?
Never.
No, never?
Hell no.
My man, see, you must be a virgin.
Why would you have to pay for a prostitute?
You must be a virgin then. Come on, bro.
No, I'm not.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm fundamentally saying?
But you do realize, sir, that's not what he's being accused of.
No, he did not break the law.
You do realize that is not what he's being accused of. You do know that, right?
You asked me, did he break the law? I said, no, he didn't break the law.
What is he being accused of? Are you aware?
He's being accused of paying off a woman that he already had a non-disclosure agreement with, and they're trying to squeeze that into business filings because I'm not sure. What do you write on a business report for a check you wrote? Oh, paid off the prostitute. I'm going to write that down on a check memo. Here's a check for $50,000. What do I write? Business expense or paid off a hoe?
So let me go ahead and respond to that.
Where do you want him to go?
So
did he break the law? Of course, we know. Listen.
What he is charged with, dear brother, under the New York Code, what he is charged with is the fact that he, in violation of his own agreement per ethics in campaigning, he paid an item of value.
No,
did not, sir. I'm telling you what the
You're in law school. How can you not know this?
I'm telling you what the
he's got 34. Reportedly, we don't know the charges, first of all, because
we know the primary charge, sir. I guarantee you I'm correct on the primary charge, and there may be other charges
you don't know the charges
to his business.
The indictment's sealed, so you can't know the charges.
When the charges come out, I promise you I'm correct.
Fair enough.
The primary charge.
Reportedly, so let's talk about reportedly, he's being charged with over 30 counts of false business filings, right? To do with a prostitute that he paid. So now if you want to squeeze any kind of semantics into all of that, you can. You asked me a fundamental question.
So let me ask you this then.
You asked me a question. Do I think he committed a crime?
You said
absolutely
no.
Not.
All right, so let me ask you this question. This is all very interesting. When he said that people like Hillary Clinton should be incarcerated, he also called for the incarceration of Stormy Daniels. He called for the incarceration of Mike Cohen. He's called for the incarceration of many people around him, but he himself says that he's completely innocent of any crime whatsoever. So my question to you is this. At some point, you have to realize Donald Trump is not only a damaged brand, he's a damaging wrecking ball to the Republican Party itself. I'm talking about long-term survival of the Republican Party. This may be, and this is not Democrats doing this to him, by the way.
I agree.
While the DA is a Democrat in election, have to understand the grand jury is comprised based on a random protocol of individuals in that community who are registered
that vote
voters.
90% Democrat.
Well, they
Yes,
came together.
I agree
They came together. These citizens are the ones who looked at the information, looked at the evidence, and indicted. Citizens indicted Trump. The DA did not indict Trump. Citizens did.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Who indicted Trump?
Listen, a DA and a grand jury presents everything.
What about Senator John Edwards? What are your thoughts about him being indicted a few years ago
and found innocent?
The same thing.
And found innocent.
Do you
found innocent.
Sir,
and so hold on,
Shelley.
No, come on, man. Don't invite me. Don't invite me to your house and cut me off when you ask a question.
Sir, this is
you thought I didn't know about John Edwards.
John Edwards was indicted.
Don't ask me that question.
Why not ask you that question?
You know why? Because you asked me, is Trump guilty of a crime? I said no.
Hold on, brother. So should Trump be indicted?
Hold on, brother.
Should Trump be indicted?
Hold on, brother.
Should Trump be indicted?
Hold on, brother.
Scared down.
We ain't on the street corner. We got limited time.
Now, this is the street corner.
What am I scared about?
Is Trump worthy of indictment?
No.
Did John Edwards, the former senator, deserve indictment for the same thing?
No, because
why didn't you say that?
Because he was found innocent.
Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you say that when Senator Edwards was indicted for paying?
And he was found innocent. And he was found innocent.
None of you all came to the defense of Senator Edwards. You all co-signed Hillary Clinton going to jail. And now that your guy going to jail, all of a sudden the rules are different.
No, I didn't say anything about that. Don't, come on, man. I'm not a child, right? John Edwards didn't deserve to be indicted because he was found innocent. Trump didn't deserve to be indicted because he will be found innocent.
This is the process, dear brother. Good. This is the process. Due process is the way you exonerate innocent individuals as well.
That's how we do it.
Well, that's how rich, well-connected
black people talking
who
about
have the ability to defend themselves in the court of law have all the resources. Absolutely.
Every single afternoon, I watch TYT, Indisputable with TYT, and every single day I got some story about some law enforcement, some DA, some lawyer or somebody, and all of a sudden somebody does something on video, and that person is absolutely guilty. Hold on, brother.
Shelley, think about what you're saying.
That person is absolutely guilty. Hold on, brother. That person is absolutely guilty of a video. Now, after spending an entire 3 years or 2 years on this station pushing videos, you're telling me now people deserve due process. Come on, brother.
So let me respond to that.
You're better than that, my friend.
You're incorrect on something. And
I'm not incorrect on anything. I'm not incorrect on anything. We prosecute people through video evidence every single day in our community.
You're done, dear brother.
Thank you, brother. Love you.
Appreciate you. Love you back. So due process should be afforded to every human being, as I have always said. Donald Trump will experience the constitutionally protected dynamic known as due process. Many people do not get that opportunity. Most people who go through the criminal justice system locally cannot afford a high-priced attorney. The justice system knows that. Trump can afford all of these elements. I feel sorry for him not, because due process is being allocated as it should.